your cousin, your uncle, your nephew, your friend, but I can't be your son. It's your kinfolk. William Jewell, L. And I don't take no L's, and you're listening to Articulating. This is Articulating. Rap, 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 rap. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, and wherever you get your podcast, just tune in, because I'm going to be giving y'all this gospel. I'm going to be giving y'all this message. I'm going to be giving y'all some words where you want to stand on your feet, and I can say, can I get a witness? You'll raise your hand because you'll relate. You'll resonate. Because I'm just an everyday man. I'm just like you. You're just like me, you know. And if you get a chance to, check out this Incline Press, Will Henry, right? Listen to it on Audible. Listen to it on Apple Audio Books, or go get the paperback on Amazon.com. Go get the paperback at guyswillfitness.com, because if anybody knows me, they know I'm in the fitness industry. Right, that's my bread and butter. Fitness, making people transform minds, bodies, spirits. You know what I'm saying? Just getting better, just living a healthy lifestyle, and you know I'm always gonna be for that. I'm always gonna promote that, whether I'm doing hip hop, whether I'm doing fitness, because we all need to be healthy. Right, we see a lot of stars out there that's not healthy. Right, we saw that pic of young boy with a double cup of some type of drink, right, and pills all over the floor, and we think, damn, that's unhealthy. That's not a great lifestyle to live in when you're not healthy, when you don't got all your assets, your mind, your body, your spirit, when you don't got all those things going for you all at once. Then you can get lost. Look at Kodak. Look what the drugs did to him. If you don't got all those abilities in order, then sometimes it could be detrimental to your life, to your health. So I'm always going to push the fitness, but you know, we're going to talk about rap. We're going to talk about R&B today. We're going to talk about sports, you know, because that's what I like to talk about. I know that's what's going to push the needle. I know that's what people want to hear, because I can give y'all that motivation all day, but y'all not going to listen unless y'all hear a little bit of things that are spicy, right? Unless y'all hear a little bit of things that are funky, right? Unless there's some type of stankiness to the gumbo, right? You're not going to want to be in the mix. So let's talk about what's been going on. The Hit Boy Alchemist album, that EP. I really liked it. Theodore and Andre. I really liked it, of course, because they're like the two biggest hip hop producers in the game, and I will put Metro in that category as well. Those are the big three when it comes to producers right now, in my mind. Right, Hit Boy, Alchemist, and Metro Boomin. And then like what they did, it was an EP. It was 3 tracks, and it was just nice and smooth. It was short and sweet. And that's what I like about EPs. They're short and sweet. They give me a little bit of what you're able to do, and you can take risk in them too, because since they're not such big bodies of work, you can showcase your fans what you're working on, what you're experimenting on. That's why when I talk to artists today, I always tell them to do the EPs, right? Because it's a more digestible listen, and they'll always be able to try some different things and see how the fans respond to that. See how the fans like that, and if they not, then they can go back to their more casual skill set. All right, but just think about that. You know what I'm saying? My voice under the weather. I'm sipping some water with lemon, some hot water, no tea. You know, I ain't the one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. But so when we talk about Hit Boy, when we talk about Alchemist, they are the producer / rappers. They are the producer that can also spit lyrics, that can also give you some bars, especially Hit Boy, because Hit Boy released the album last year where he was rapping. And it was an album that featured Alchemist. So I'm glad that this is coming back full circle and they actually putting out a project together, because that was probably the best song on that album with him and Alchemist. And when they produced both beats and they combined on each other beats. Right. And that was kind of like that song Main Event when they both used two beats. So man, Theodore and Andre, I really like what y'all did with that album. I really like that collaboration album, and sometimes the collaboration EPs, the collaboration albums are better when two of the artists have different styles. Right? Think about Andre, think about Big Boy, right? Outkast, they have two different styles. So when I saw something about Currency doing an album with Wiz, doing another project with Dom Kennedy, doing another project with Larry June, I was kind of opposed to that, because why do I want the same album by the same type of rappers, by the same type of people that rap the same? That doesn't make a great collaboration. But when you put Currency and JD together, that's the sweet science. That's the chemistry we want, because those are the two opposing styles. And when they come together, opposites attract, right? And that makes the perfect marriage. That makes the perfect couple, because somebody that's just like you gonna get on your nerves. And somebody that's not like you are going to fit into those pieces that you don't have yourself. They're going to replenish those qualities that you don't have. So I believe this is the same thing in music, and that's my opinion, right? We gotta have those collaboration projects. We gotta have those collaboration albums. And I believe that Hit Boy and Alchemist did it right, right? And I want to hear more. I want a full-blown album from both of them. So Hit Boy, Alchemist, Theodore, and Andre, y'all check that out on the streaming sites, and then let's keep it going, right? And I was listening to some R&B music, right? You got the One Love Bob Marley movie that's coming out on February 14th, Valentine's Day. But Daniel Caesar, he did a track, Waiting for Your Love. And man, it was awesome. I really feel like Daniel Caesar has been on one lately. He's been on the tour since the album he released last year. And with this year, he's starting it off right with this song being on this soundtrack, because we know this is going to be a watched movie, because Bob Marley has fans in every type of category, every type of industry, and Bob Marley is a world-renowned musician, artist, so he can bring a lot of cultures together, right? It's a lot of my white friends that love reggae, right? And I like reggae too. So that's something that we've always been able to bond over. That's something that we always been able to talk about, is that reggae, that island vibe, that Caribbean music, you know what I'm saying? Jamaica's good. Jamaica's very good. Just like DMX said in Belly. That's why I got the poster right there, right? But R&B, man, it's taking off great. And Zachary, I don't know, he's a singer from TDE. And I want to let y'all know that the song that Kendrick did, Love, on the album Down, he did a song, Love, with Zachary. And that was me and my wife's wedding song. That was a song that we danced to, because we both like Kendrick Lamar. And that was just that love song that was on that damn album. And so that's how deeply my roots are connected to hip hop. So I just want to tell y'all that. But Zachary, Oceans, right? That song, and we know that TDE is about to drop, right? We seen Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips. I think that's the single he's releasing, or maybe the title of the album. And then we got that, I heard March the 1st. So I want to see Schoolboy Q. Haven't heard from him in a very long time, and we need to hear from him again, right? That's probably the most important person on TDE right now that needs to release music, right? We know that SZA was next to Kendrick as far as fame, as far as notoriety goes, but right after SZA, then you have Schoolboy Q. After Schoolboy Q, I'll put J-Rock, and then I will put the other Isaiah Rashad's Reasons underneath those others, right? And Sir's there too. So I saw a TDE meme. All of them are supposed to drop. So I'm ready to see what that sound like. I'm ready to see what type of year that will be. Y'all know I always do the Dreamville and TDE verses. I believe Top Dog has handled and managed the career of the TDE artists better than Dreamville. I believe artists like JID. I believe artists like Ari Lennox. Like, they need to be heard. Their voice, their music, their artistry should be known worldwide. And I don't know why people don't know about them. And I blame J. Cole. I blame J. Cole because Earth Gang isn't shining the way they're supposed to. I don't know. I just blame Dreamville. And maybe it's not his fault. Right? Maybe it is the artist's fault. But damn, Cole. Who else is the head of the snake? Who else is the one on top of the horse? It's you. So, I mean, I don't know who I hold accountable for that. I feel like the artists, their music, when we talk about Earth Gang, I feel like their music has taken a hit. I feel like Johnny Venus want to do everything that's Andre 3000, right? And then Doc, like, his passion, I can't hear it when he raps. But JID, he is the golden child. He's right there by the Kendricks, right there by the Coles, right there by the Drakes as far as lyrical ability, as far as artistry, as far as making music. I feel like JID needs to be known. But he is not known, and I don't know where Dreamville is dropping the ball at. I don't know where Interscope is dropping the ball at. He's the best rapper that we have outside of those top three. Why does not everybody know him? It baffles me. It perplexes me. I don't understand it. Ari Lennox, she's like Erykah Badu reincarnated. But we're not listening to her like we should. And maybe it is because of her personality. But I believe that if Drake can get away with his personality and make good music, so can she. If that's the blueprint, if that's the formula, so can she. Right? If you're going to weaponize your fans, weaponize them so you can be uplifted. Weaponize them so that you can reach newer heights. But if we're going to complain, then let it be for something. Do not let it be for naught. Let it be for something. And I understand you wasn't treated well at the Rod Wave tour. I understand that somebody threw something at you. I could see how that could be hurtful, how that could be damaging to your mental capacity. I could see how the anxiety and the depression would kick in when you're dealing with something like that. But I know you're a strong woman. I believe in your strength. I believe in your ability to power through. I believe that you do have people around you that would uplift you. But when I look for Cole, he's missing. When I look for Cole in that situation, when Joe Budden said what he said about you and you said what you said comparing him to Rory, I look at that situation and I see J. Cole absent. I don't see him present. He wants to be present when he's using y'all to put on a Dreamville mixtape. He wants to be present when he wants to use y'all to put out a collaborative Dreamville album. But where is he when you're in your solo? Where is he when you're alone? I don't know where Cole is. Can someone please find him like Waldo? But let me get back to the R&B. Let me get back to what Usher is doing. Ruin with Feels. It was like an island bop, man. And sometimes you got to use that island music, that island beat. We think about the Afro beats. We think about that island music, man. And that island music, that music go hard. Shout out to RCW. Shout out to Racine. Getting these ropes right. Getting the hair right. Getting the hair tight. All right, come on. Come here, say hello. Say hello. Come here.
Hey.
All right. Say hello.
Hello.
Say I'm Hendrix.
This
Will is my daddy.
Oh, Will and Daddy.
All right. How you doing? Say articulating rap.
Yes, this It's what it's me.
Say articulating rap.
I say to rap.
Articulating rap.
I say rap.
All right, go back downstairs. Hold on, leave that alone. Leave that. I love spending time with my son. I love having fun with my family. And just got to keep the activities going. Got to keep them involved. Got to keep them busy. Usher, he did his thing. I'm really looking forward to the album. Right? I'm really looking forward to the album, the song with her. The other song he's done, Good with 21 and Summer Walker. I'm really looking forward to the album because so far everything I heard is great. Everything I heard is in line with what Usher likes to do. So, yeah. Usher, we ready for that album. Can't wait. Want to hear it. And I want to see what you're going to do in that Super Bowl performance. I want to see if you're going to moonwalk like Michael Jackson. I want to see if you're going to do a flip like Chris Brown. Or are you going to do Usher? My way. You make me wanna. Yeah. Right, we want to hear some of those classic Usher jams. And people wanted to disagree with me when I said Usher has dethroned R. Kelly as the king of R&B by default. Don't act like a lot of people haven't thrown R. Kelly's music away. Yes, some people are listening to it secretly, but we're listening to Usher out in the open. We're giving Usher the credit. He's about to do a Super Bowl performance. Doesn't that mean anything to the legacy? Doesn't that mean anything for the accolades? Right? And even if R. Kelly was still around, Usher's catalog compared to his, it wouldn't beat him, but it's close. It's close, and I feel like he is close to overtake him if he give us 10 more consistent years. So, shout out to Usher. Can't wait to the Super Bowl performance. Dance your ass off. Make the girls go crazy. Don't try to take no more baby mamas. Because these boys out here tender. These boys out here soft running to the internet. These boys out here sweet. Right? Like a bag of sugar. They got that sugar in their tank. But, yeah. Usher, I know you play. I know you're going to keep it P. But be careful, because men got wives. I got a wife, right? Men got girlfriends. They got baby mamas. And some of them are tender. Some of them don't understand that the game is the game. We grew up with that understanding, right? We knew what that meant, K-Mo. We knew what that meant, P-Shep, HB, JJ. Right, we knew what that meant. Shout out to all my guys, KC. We knew what that meant. We knew what we signed up for. Let's talk about Nicki and Meg. Right, because the last time I talked about them, I showed them love. I said I really love their music. I really love what they do. And I believe that it was a great opportunity for both of them. I believe both of them did win out of this beef. I believe that the diss tracks did what they were supposed to do. Nicki did great on Apple and Spotify. Megan, she did great. Right? And before I came to this last week, the Bigfoot record hadn't been released. We only heard his. A lot of people complained about Bigfoot. Right? They didn't like the beat. They didn't like her flow. They didn't like her talking and stuff like that in between. But they're not saying what she said. They're not considering that what she said was lethal. They're not considering the lyrics. And we're in that phase of hip hop where sometimes people not listening to the lyrics. They just listening to the song. Right? How do you do that? Because you're too busy in the vibe. And if you don't catch the vibe, then you don't appreciate the lyrics. So it is what it is. But I feel like Nicki said something. And what she said, even though she said it on Twitter already, what she said still ran up them numbers. Right? What she said still worked out in her favor. Whether she went crazy, whether she played cool, Megan kept her calm, then bounced back, then bite back. Right? They both won in this situation. She just recently announced her tour on Good Morning America. Right? So we know that the album's coming. right? We know that Megan's prepared to drop something very soon. And maybe she did do this to get more traction. Maybe she did do this to get more clout. It doesn't matter. She still won. And when you're winning, who cares about the losers complaining about how you won? Right? So we ain't gonna punch down. We only uppercutting. We only punching up. But salute Nicki. Salute Megan. Y'all are both beautiful women. I believe that these words can be forgiven. I do not like to see the gravesite mess. I believe that these words can be forgiven. I believe that y'all can piece it up. I believe that y'all can be sisters again. And I would love to see that. That would be a good image for young black girls to see, even black women now who aren't friends with the friends that they grew up with over a man, over a misunderstanding, right? I think our black women, I think women all over deserve to see how sisters can be sisters, how they can put away their differences and make amends. All right. So Nicki and Megan, the ball is in your court. And Cam, the ball isn't in your court anymore. You're not playing football right now, but you're still getting into a war of words with Brock Purdy. You know, I heard that you said he was the 10th best player on his team. Bro, you telling me I'm at the quarterback position and I'm the 10th best player on my team. I'm a game manager and I'm not supposed to take that as an insult. You mean to tell me you can put my name in that mud like that? And a game manager isn't a bad phrase and a bad title. Y'all just looking at it with negative. No. Walk them statements back. That's why this Super Bowl, I want Pat to win. I'll pick the Chiefs because I won't pick against Mahomes. But if Brock Purdy wins, I just want him to win so you can be quiet, so you can walk your statements back, because that's what you should have done. No matter if he's the 12th best talent in the league, he's a winning quarterback. He knows how to win. How can you be the 10th best player at your position but the most valuable player on your team? How can you be the 10th best player on your team but the most valuable player on your team? The mathematics doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Right? Y'all want him to run around like Lamar Jackson. Y'all want him to have an arm like Josh Allen. But what we really want him to do is win. Right? So Cam, just walk your statements back, bro. Just apologize. Don't let your ego get the best of you, but I know why. You're trolling. You want those visuals. ESPN is talking about you. They having topics on First Take talking about what you saying. They talking about it on Nightcap, Club Shay Shay. Yeah, you got the people talking, so you did do your job. Salute to you. You got me talking. But I'm jogging my mouth the same way you running your mouth. I'm trying to keep up to your pace. You got the people talking. But Cam, no longer should this man be labeled a game manager after he pulled off that comeback in San Francisco. No longer should this man be labeled a game manager. He changed the game with his legs when he took the game, when he operated outside the system. Lamar tried to be a system quarterback. He threw 2 picks. Of course, you can't lose the game by throwing turnovers, giving up the ball. Right? Of course, no quarterback can come back from turnovers like that unless the defense is playing exceptional, because they got to get stops. And then the other offense got to capitalize on the turnovers. So no quarterback can afford to turn the ball over, if we being literal. Right? It's not just game managers. It's the game changers too. You see what Josh Allen did that first game against the New York Jets, 4 turnovers. You see what Josh Allen has done this year with his turnovers that have costed the Bills many of games. You see what Brett Favre did with his turnovers. You see what Tony Romo did with his turnovers. So even if you're a game changer, you can still put your team at liability if you turn the ball over. It's not just about the system. This man is the most valuable player on his team, but he's the 10th best player on his team. That is not good calculations to me. That just doesn't make sense. So unless you can make that make sense to me, then it doesn't make sense. Right? Because they need him to go all the way. And for them to win the Super Bowl, they need him to be the best player on the team. Correct? So we'll see. The verdict's still out there, but Cam, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're beefing with Dak Prescott. You're beefing with Brock Purdy. You're beefing with Tua. You're beefing with Jared Goff. All for the sake of entertainment. All for the sake of the people to say, here's what Cam said. And for you to say, I ain't recanting shit. But listen, let's talk, bro. Let's have this conversation. Same way you told them. I want to talk to the Daks. I want to talk to the Brock Purdys. I want to talk to Cam Newton and just tell them, still don't make sense to me. Make it make sense. And so I already said my Super Bowl pick, but I wanted to weigh in on the Cougar situation. Right? We have a youngin that's been trapped in the Cougar den, Jalen Green, an upcoming star for the Houston Rockets. Right? It's rumored that he's been dating Drea. And it's also been reported that she did look pregnant at a game. Man, I see nothing wrong with it. All right. I know a lot of y'all are calling her a predator. Right? And like I said, a cougar is a predator. But when you're an alpha male, when you're a lion, you're the apex of all predators. You're the top of the food chain. So regardless, a cougar cannot persuade you with her mind games. A cougar can improve your lifestyle. She can improve your thought process. She can help you think more strategically, right? She can show you how to become a man. And she can also help you with your cleanliness. She can also help you with learning how to cook. She can also help you with a lot of things, even your stroke game, right? A lot of guys, when we grew up, they was humping like rabbits. They was quick stroking. How do I know? You know, they done told me the stories. They trying to beat the brakes off that, right? But a cougar will show you how to get your motion in the ocean perfect. A cougar will show you how to, you know what I'm saying, use your hips, right? Put a little roll into it, right? A cougar will guide you, right? And show you how it's done. So I believe all young men should go to Cougar Academy. But none of them should fall in love. None of them should get her pregnant, right? Because it's just going to be difficult, right? That's a difficult road ahead. There's always going to be some type of barrier, right? There's always going to be some type of difference in opinion that will get between y'all because of the age, right? Because of the experience, because of the wisdom, right? And when you're an alpha male and you're dealing with a angry cougar, it's hard. But I believe Jalen Green, I believe he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's want. He's scoring. He's playing ball great. Like, you can't be a successful guy like him on the court and have a good IQ and not be able to have IQ off the court. He wanted Drea. He know that's who he wanted, and he went after her. I'm not mad at Drea, and I'm not saying she's being a predator. I mean, there's gold diggers out there, young and old. They all are predators. They all are people out on the hunt to try to get a man's money, to try to get his success, and so they can live a lifestyle that they feel like they deserve. Right? So all women could be predators in that aspect, not just the older woman. She might be in around the block a few times, know what to say, know how to manipulate the mind of a man a little bit better, know how to make him feel good, make it all about him. But at the end of the day, once you're on a hunt, once you're on the prowl, once you're intentional about trying to find a man who can support your lifestyle, I believe you are a predator as well. And that's not just for cougars. So all of my young guys, if you do want to go to Cougar Academy, if you do want to enroll in classes this session, right, just know that you will come out a better man. And we're not talking about better in the sense of just sexual pleasure. We're talking about you will have a deeper understanding on life because you're going to learn something. Just like when you got an unk, just like when you got a big bro, right? But hardly do we ever got a big sis. And hardly does she ever want to tell us this side of her life because we're the brother. She might not feel comfortable. Our mama, our auntie, they don't want to tell us this side of their life. But when you get an older woman that's willing to share about this part of her life that you don't understand from the other perspective of the women that you know, then it's a different type of learning experience. It's a different type of education that you get. And I'm not saying it to be funny because people teach us a lot of things, right? Think about social media. Think about marketing, advertisement, right? They're looking at the locations. They're looking at the demographics. They're looking at the response. They're looking at the engagement, the likes, the follows. They're looking at all of these things. They're looking at the actions of people, right? And learning the actions of people can make you successful, right? And I believe when you are experienced or when you put yourself and you're young and you put yourself with an experienced woman, you will gain her experience as well. You will learn from her as well. And honestly, that goes for a young woman who talks to a older man, right? That's learning too. But obviously, sometimes we might not look at the same. But as long as it's legal, I feel like both parties will benefit from it. I feel like both parties will grow from it, get something out of it. Even if it's transactional, somebody's going to get something back from it. So, this is your boy, your kinfolk, William Jewell, L. But I ain't taking no L's.